Motorcycling is a thrilling passion for many, but some bikes fall short of expectations in ways that are hard to ignore. There are motorcycles that were so poorly designed or executed, even their creators can't justify them. We're not talking about dangerous bikes, but rather those that miss the mark so drastically it leaves you questioning the thought process behind them. In this video, we'll take you through Jay Leno's Garage and explore the 10 worst motorcycles in his collection, examining whether the blame lies with the maker or the buyer. Number 10. 1951 Classic Egley Vincent. The 1951 Classic Egley Vincent was a motorcycle that paid tribute to the legendary Vincent Black Shadow. Upgraded by Patrick Godet, a well-known restorer, this bike combined timeless design with modern performance improvements. The Egley Vincent showcased a cafe racer style, defined by its minimalist design and sporty appearance. The motorcycle stood out with its reinforced frame, an enhancement to the already rigid frames of the original Vincent models. Godet's modifications improved handling and stability, providing riders with a smoother and more controlled experience. The bike was powered by a 100 horsepower engine, a significant upgrade from the original Black Shadow's 55 horsepower. This enhancement offered an exhilarating ride that appealed to motorcycle enthusiasts seeking both speed and reliability. The Egley Vincent included a 5-speed gearbox, which significantly improved its overall performance. The original Vincent motorcycles used a 4-speed transmission, which had been suitable for its era, but limited by modern standards. The addition of a 5th gear ensured smoother acceleration and provided riders with better control, particularly at higher speeds. This improvement aligned with the needs of riders who valued precision and power in their machines. While incorporating modern features, the Egley Vincent maintained the classic appeal of the Vincent Black Shadow. Its design included the iconic black paint and polished metal finishes that had made the original motorcycles instantly recognizable. The cafe racer style added a nostalgic touch, evoking memories of the golden age of motorcycling. The 1951 Classic Egley Vincent successfully blended historical significance with contemporary functionality, making it a prized possession for those who appreciated both innovation and heritage in motorcycle design. Number 9. 1929 Scott Flying Squirrel. The 1929 Scott Flying Squirrel was among the oldest motorcycles in Jay Leno's vast collection, with a history deeply connected to racing. Its design was inspired by the motorcycle used by Alfred Angus Scott during the renowned Isle of Man race. Although it originated from the racing world, Jay Leno successfully made this nearly century-old motorcycle legal for road use in California, demonstrating his passion for preserving and operating vintage vehicles. The Scott Flying Squirrel had several fascinating engineering features that reflected the creativity of early motorcycle designers. It used a thermosiphoning system to circulate coolant throughout the engine, relying solely on heat to move the coolant without the assistance of a water pump. This innovative technology was advanced for its time and showcased the forward-thinking approach of its creators. The motorcycle was equipped with a water-cooled 2-stroke twin-cylinder engine capable of producing 28 horsepower. Remarkably, this allowed the bike to achieve speeds of up to 75 miles per hour, a testament to its enduring engineering capabilities. However, the practicality of the 1929 Scott Flying Squirrel for modern use was questionable. While its design and technology were groundbreaking in its era, the thermosiphoning system often proved to be unreliable and challenging to maintain. The engine's performance, while notable in the late 1920s, could not compete with the standards of modern motorcycles. Producing 28 horsepower and reaching a top speed of 75 miles per hour placed it far below the capabilities of contemporary motorcycles. These limitations, combined with the maintenance challenges of its unique systems, made it less practical for regular use, even though it remained an iconic example of vintage engineering and motorcycle history. Number 8. 1922 Mola Touring. The 1922 Mola Touring stood out as a remarkable motorcycle from Germany with its distinctive design and innovative engineering. Only about 2,000 units were produced, making it a rare and highly valued collector's item. The motorcycle featured a 5-cylinder radial engine uniquely mounted within the front wheel. This unusual configuration meant that the engine rotated around the front axle, a groundbreaking design for its time. The Begola's engine delivered 14 horsepower from a 640 cubic centimeter displacement, which offered a decent performance for the early 20th century. Riders had to manually pump gasoline into the cylinders, adding a charmingly vintage aspect to the riding process. Although the motorcycle's power output was modest, it prioritized comfort for long-distance travel and embodied the luxurious feel of the era. It could achieve a top speed of 85 kilometers per hour, an impressive capability for a motorcycle of its generation. However, the Mola Touring came with operational challenges. The absence of a clutch and transmission made it harder to control compared to later designs. To start the engine, riders had to spin the front wheel while the bike rested on its stand or push-start it, which proved cumbersome. Additionally, the placement of the engine in the front wheel posed maintenance difficulties, as accessing the cylinders required taking apart the wheel. This unconventional setup complicated repairs and servicing. Although the motorcycle had practical limitations, it became a cherished piece of history for motorcycle enthusiasts. Its bold design and engineering innovation earned it a unique place in motorcycle history, cementing its status as a classic model. Collectors, including Jay Leno, celebrated its historical significance, ensuring its legacy endures as an icon of early motorcycle engineering. Number 7. 1930 Opal Moto Club. The 1930 Opal Moto Club was a remarkable motorcycle from a brief period when Opal ventured into motorcycle manufacturing. This unique bike became famous for its bold design, particularly its signature red tires, which set it apart from other motorcycles of its time. With only about a dozen models still known to exist, it's considered a rare piece of engineering history. The Moto Club featured a single-cylinder engine capable of producing up to 22 horsepower, allowing it to reach a top speed of 65 miles per hour. For the era, this performance level was quite advanced and showcased Opal's ability to innovate in the competitive field of transportation. The sleek design and striking color scheme of the Moto Club reflected the daring spirit of early motorcycle engineering. Its streamlined body and vibrant red tires gave it a distinctive appearance that appealed to enthusiasts and collectors. The design was not only visually impressive but also practical, as it contributed to the bike's handling and overall performance. Opal aimed to create a motorcycle that combined style with functionality, embodying the innovation and creativity of the period. The single-cylinder engine, while powerful for its time, had limitations. It was less reliable compared to the multi-cylinder engines that became more common in later years. Riders often faced maintenance challenges, which added significant inconvenience. The short production run of the Moto Club further complicated ownership, as replacement parts became rare and expensive. Opal's decision to cease motorcycle production and return its focus to automobiles left the Moto Club as an isolated achievement in its history. Without continued development and support, the Moto Club missed out on technological advancements that defined the motorcycle industry in subsequent decades. Number 6. 1955 Vincent Black Prince. The 1955 Vincent Black Prince was a luxurious motorcycle that gained attention for its elegance and comfort. It was created as a refined version of the rugged Black Shadow and targeted riders who appreciated sophistication. The Black Prince featured a powerful 998 cubic centimeter V-twin engine that produced 55 horsepower, enabling it to reach impressive speeds of up to 120 miles per hour. This performance made it a standout motorcycle during its era, combining both speed and style to appeal to riders seeking a high-performing yet stylish vehicle. The Black Prince's fully enclosed bodywork set it apart, presenting a sleek and modern look that was innovative for the 1950s. This design provided practical advantages, shielding riders from wind and rain and allowing them to arrive at their destinations in comfort. Its luxurious appeal earned it the nickname Bentley on two wheels. High-quality materials and meticulous attention to detail elevated its status as a symbol of prestige, making it highly desirable among enthusiasts who valued craftsmanship and luxury. However, the Black Prince had significant challenges that tarnished its reputation. The enclosed bodywork while visually striking, made it difficult to access the engine and components for maintenance or repairs. This complexity frustrated owners, especially when compared to motorcycles with simpler designs. Vincent motorcycles faced financial difficulties during this time and ceased production in 1955, shortly after the Black Prince's release. The company's closure led to a scarcity of spare parts and support, which made keeping the motorcycle in a working order a daunting task. Although the Vincent Black Prince offered groundbreaking design and luxurious features, these practical shortcomings and the company's financial instability made owning and maintaining the motorcycle an overwhelming experience for many riders. Number 5. 1966 Munch Mammoth. The 1966 Munch Mammoth was a motorcycle that captured attention for its powerful engine and unique design. Built by Friedel Munch, it featured a 996 cubic centimeters four-cylinder car engine from NSU, which was highly unusual for motorcycles at the time. This engine allowed the Munch Mammoth to achieve speeds of up to 115 miles per hour, making it an exceptionally fast motorcycle during its era. The impressive speed and power showcased Friedel Munch's determination to innovate and expand the limits of motorcycle engineering. The Munch Mammoth had a sturdy frame specifically designed to accommodate the weight and power of the large car engine. This robust construction provided the stability and safety needed for high-speed riding. The motorcycle also included a large front drum brake that was essential for handling the significant stopping force generated by its powerful engine. These engineering elements made the motorcycle stand out in terms of both performance and design. However, the motorcycle had significant flaws that led to its reputation as a challenging machine. The weight of the car engine made it heavy and difficult to manage, particularly at lower speeds. This lack of maneuverability reduced its practicality for everyday riders who valued lighter and more agile motorcycles. In addition to the handling issues, the Munch Mammoth presented challenges in maintenance. The custom nature of its engine and parts made it difficult and costly to find replacements or perform repairs. This complexity deterred riders who prioritized ease of upkeep and reliability. While it embodied ambition and engineering excellence in certain areas, the Munch Mammoth's drawbacks in weight, handling, and maintenance made it a less appealing choice for many riders, leaving it as an intriguing but flawed example of motorcycle innovation. Number 4. 1971 Biset Thruxton. The 1971 Biset Thruxton was a remarkable motorcycle that represented the final chapter for the British manufacturer Biset. With approximately 50 units produced, it was an exceptionally rare and valuable collector's piece. This motorcycle was equipped with a 499 cubic centimeter single-cylinder engine, which was often mistakenly thought to be a six-cylinder engine. It generated 41 horsepower and showcased its impressive capabilities by setting a record for maintaining an average speed of 100 miles per hour over a 24-hour period, demonstrating both its reliability and outstanding performance. The Biset Thruxton was created with racing as its primary purpose, which was reflected in its elegant and aerodynamic design. The motorcycle featured clip-on handlebars, rear seat footrest, and a large fuel tank with a cutout designed to accommodate the carburetor's extended inlet track. These features not only added to its visual appeal, but also enhanced its handling and performance, making it highly favored by those with a passion for racing. Its streamlined build and functional design underscored its racing heritage, showcasing Biset's dedication to engineering excellence. However, the Biset Thruxton faced significant challenges that impacted its practicality. Its complex engineering and specialized components made maintenance a daunting task. The company ceased operations in 1971, leading to a shortage of spare parts, which further complicated repairs and upkeep. Owners found themselves facing substantial difficulties in maintaining the motorcycle, often requiring considerable effort and expense. The limited production run of the Thruxton also reduced its availability and made it less accessible to riders. This exclusivity prevented it from benefiting from economies of scale, which could have simplified production and reduced cost. Consequently, the Biset Thruxton became an expensive and labor-intensive motorcycle to own and operate, reflecting the challenges of maintaining such a unique piece of engineering history. Number 3. 1974 Norton John Player Special. The 1974 Norton John Player Special was a rare and iconic motorcycle in Jay Leno's collection, known for its unique design and British racing heritage. Often called the JPS, it was based on the Norton Commando 850 and drew inspiration from endurance racing. Its striking appearance came from a full fairing, a large fuel tank, and a squared-off tail section, which gave it a rugged, competition-ready look. Painted in the recognizable John Player livery with white and red stripes and a Union Jack on the tail, it stood out visually among other motorcycles of its era. The bike featured an 828 cubic centimeter air-cooled parallel twin-cylinder engine, which generated between 50 and 60 horsepower. This engine was mounted on rubber to reduce vibrations and allowed the motorcycle to reach impressive speeds, making it a powerful machine for its time. However, the John Player Special had controls that differed from modern standards, with a left rear brake pedal and a right side gear shift, which could confuse riders accustomed to the contemporary setup. While its aesthetics and engineering were remarkable, the John Player Special faced significant issues that affected its usability and reliability. Its complex design and the use of specialized parts made maintenance both challenging and expensive. The motorcycle was also heavy and not as user-friendly as other models from the same period. Compounding these issues was its limited production run of approximately 200 units, which made finding replacement parts difficult and costly. This scarcity hindered its ability to benefit from widespread feedback or improvements. The high initial cost and exclusivity further limited its accessibility, leaving the Norton John Player Special as a motorcycle that, while admired for its design and performance, was challenging to maintain and ride efficiently. Number 2. 1975 Suzuki Re5. The 1975 Suzuki Re5 was a motorcycle that stood out because of its Wankel rotary engine. This engine design was innovative for its time, featuring a 498 cubic centimeter single rotary engine that produced 62 horsepower. The engine used liquid cooling and delivered a smooth and unique sound, which was very different from traditional piston engines. The distinct performance of the bike divided motorcycle enthusiasts. Some riders admired its originality, while others found it less appealing compared to conventional designs. The design of the Suzuki Re5 added to its uniqueness. The bike was styled by Giorgetto Giugiaro, a renowned Italian designer known for creating iconic cars. The Re5 had a futuristic appearance, with a cylindrical instrument cluster and a distinctive tail section. These design elements gave the motorcycle a striking and bold presence on the road, making it visually unforgettable during its time. The motorcycle faced significant challenges in the market, primarily due to its mechanical complexity. The rotary engine, while smooth and powerful, was intricate and required specialized knowledge for maintenance and repairs. This made it more challenging and expensive to keep in good condition compared to motorcycles with conventional engines. The bike's fuel consumption was also relatively high, which became a disadvantage during the fuel-conscious era of the 1970s. The weight of the Re5 contributed to its difficulties. The bike was heavy, which negatively affected its handling and made it less agile than other motorcycles available at that time. Combined with the unconventional engine, this made the Re5 less appealing to riders who preferred motorcycles that were simpler to maintain and easier to handle. These factors ultimately limited the success of the Suzuki Re5 despite its innovation and bold design choices. Number 1. 1918 Columbia Pope Motorcycle. The 1918 Columbia Pope motorcycle offered a fascinating look into the early days of motorcycling. Manufactured by the Pope Manufacturing Company, the bike was a symbol of the creativity and skill that defined early 20th century engineering. It was equipped with a powerful 998 cubic centimeters V-twin engine, which was impressive for its time. Combined with a chain drive system, the motorcycle was capable of reaching a top speed of 65.2 miles per hour. This performance stood out in an era where motorcycles were still a relatively new form of transportation. The Columbia Pope motorcycle was known for its simplicity and strength. It was designed to be practical and reliable, qualities that riders valued in those early years. The solid build and dependable engine made it a popular choice for people who wanted a trustworthy mode of transportation. The design focused more on functionality than looks, reflecting the practical approach taken by early motorcycle engineers. However, the bike had some significant flaws that contributed to its reputation as one of the less favorable motorcycles in Jay Leno's garage. One issue was the lack of advanced features that became common in later models. The motorcycle did not have modern suspension systems, which made riding on uneven roads uncomfortable. The braking system was also basic and raised safety concerns. Finding replacement parts for the Columbia Pope motorcycle was another challenge. As the Pope Manufacturing Company stopped producing motorcycles in 1918, spare parts became rare, making maintenance and repairs difficult and expensive. The age of the bike also meant that it required regular maintenance to keep it running smoothly, which was a major burden for collectors. And that wraps up our list of the 10 worst motorcycles in Jay Leno's garage. Which of these bikes surprised you the most? Or is there one you think should have made the list? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating content.